Son, oh my God. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. But yeah, this time I can't blame it on the internet. I just ran out of battery on my iPhone. Just ran out of battery on my iPhone. Man. But yeah, this is it's all of this is cold blooded facts. You bring this stuff up, man. If you bring this stuff up to the normies, you're gonna lose your job. You're gonna lose everything. I should have done this. Oh, just wanted to try it on. I just wanted to try it off my iPhone real quick, but I was maybe let's not do that. That thing takes up so much battery. Man, I don't see anything in the live chat yet. Hopefully it stays there. my my title should be interesting to say quite the least. Can't make this stuff up though. Let's check on my iPhone though. Let's check on my iPhone. Yeah, we back. We're back. I wonder what happened to my other stream. I wonder what happened to my other stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been dealing with this dry cough for a sec. God damn. I don't even smoke. But yeah, this it can get quite depressing the more I talk about this kind of stuff. This is why when I'm out on my gigs, when I'm doing my music stuff, when I'm doing extracurricular, you don't have to bring these kind of topics up. You don't. I don't. But yeah, finna cough my back out. Hold on for a sec. This was a because this was like I'm gonna do 10 more minutes of this. I'm gonna do 10 more minutes of this. I'm gonna do 10 more minutes of this. Do you guys have any more questions though about feminism, Riley Gaines, all these people? You know, any more questions on that? Because yeah, I got like my iPhone as like my monitor right here. That's my monitor, low key. Because the live chats they show up so slow on OBS. I don't know why. I think that's the settings. I gotta fix that. Yeah, yeah. But even then, like when I'm with the ladies, I don't talk about stuff like this. But I will say this: in college, I dropped the ball in terms of this because of what happened at my job. No, no, no. Sorry, because of what happened, I knew if you bring up Orange Man, World War Three, World War Three happens. I already know if you bring up Orange Man, World War Three happens. So I was like, nope, I'm not gonna bring him up. I'm not gonna do nothing controversial in college. I'm gonna just let these people talk. And he said, "Luckily, I was looking around." Yeah, like Lorette. I'm gonna do this for 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna be done. Well, technically, about 10 more minutes. But yeah, it's I don't. When you talk about stuff like this, we need a space like this to talk about the hard stuff. Because when you go to the bars, nobody's trying to hear that shit. You know what I mean? That's what that's what helps me in life. I'm not a normie though. You know, I get that. And when you're not a normie, when you start hearing normie things, it's just like you just try to find something else to relate to, and you go from there. Yeah, don't bring up Orange Man. Do not bring up Orange Man. World War III will ensue. World War III will ensue if you bring up Orange Man. Because like to be quite frank with you, I don't have a whole lot of emotions tied to Orange Man. I do have a lot of emotions tied to Obama because it was in 2012 when I realized this guy was a fraud. Oh, let me not bring up that guy's name. I don't want my stream taken down. I don't want my stream taken down. Yeah, just don't bring up politics. Don't bring up manosphere cons. Don't bring up Kevin Samuels, Andrew Tate. And here's the thing. Here's the problem though about this manosphere thing going mainstream. I will say something that I have been saying for years. Like people that I've worked with. Like I'll say this. I used to work at a place when I was on bum status, and I would just they knew, like I used to talk about in 2018, 2017, about IG models getting flown out to Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi and all that stuff, right? And yeah, Obama's one of the biggest. Oh, let me not mention his name. Damn it, Lorette. Nah, but I'm telling you, it's like I I've been talking about the IG models getting flowed out, getting pooped on and stuff. I've been talking about that since 2017, since I started coming across the information. So people that I've worked with in the past, they know I think this way, right? But I've talked about this for such a long time. But because these guys like Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels that went mainstream, they always think I got it from them. And it's like, no, I listen to Corey Holcomb. These guys like Tom Likas, these guys have Patrice O'Neal, these guys have preceded them for, I'm talking about decades. Corey Holcomb has been doing this thing for this comedy thing for Bill Burr. These guys been doing these stuff for since the night. Chris Rock has had a lot of red pill talking points in his comedy. Who else? Eddie Griffin, Eddie Murphy. They've had so much red pill talking points in their comedy. Especially Chris Rock. He's Dave Chappelle. He'll put like little. He used to put like little sprinkles of here and there. You know. Now, yeah, your chats are yeah. It's a good thing I got this on a monitor, so I can read these in real time. Man, but man, this is just this stuff. We need to have like special groups for conversations like this, so people can speak their mind, even though I don't really care about race anymore. Like, because it's clear to me that these new black feminists, they don't, when they talk about white privilege, I think they confuse white privilege with family privilege or nepotism. I think they confuse that, and they think that the average white guy has what the the rich white people have. I'm like, I don't think you understand how this works. What you call white privilege, I think it's just mom having a mother and father privilege. Cause never mind, I'm not even gonna go there, but Chris Rock hates black people? I don't think so. I'll say this. If he does hate them, I think he used to love them a lot. I don't think so. I don't think Chris Rock does. I think he loves his people a lot. How about this? I'm going to give you a comparison. He said Red Pill is getting annoying because they're saying the same talking points. That's the problem I have with the female content creators in this space. They're just repeating talking points, but they know there's a whole lot of male simps that will just give them a lot of money for repeating these talking points. Most dudes don't have the balls to say, most of these female, damn near all of them are full of caca. But speaking of Chris Rock, let me go back to the Chris Rock point. Chris Rock doesn't hate black people. And he proved it. When Will Smith slapped him, he could have went back at him. He could have easily went back at him. I think Chris Rock hates white people. Actually, what I've seen from Chris Rock, trust me, I'm good at this. The eyes don't lie. The eyes don't lie. Because Chris Rock, the only reason why he didn't go back at Will Smith is because this was another fellow black man. He didn't want to make this look like the Source Awards. Trust me, Lorette, trust me. Chris Rock does not hate black people. He might be disappointed. Yeah, Melanie King, she comes across as super fake. And like, I heard that she had a divorce coming into the man space. You confused about Chris Rock? No. What this is what you gotta understand. Remember Chris Rock's childhood. He grew up getting robbed by older black dudes, right? And beat up by racist white people. Now, it's a debate. Which situation is worse? It's a debate. Somebody beat you up every other day. They just on bullshit. That's hazing. A fellow black man that understands you have nothing yourself, but he keeps robbing you every other day while smiling in your face about it. We brothers, man. What's worse? Chris Rock has the best of both worlds. Chris Rock is the type of person I can tell. Trust me, I can tell. He's seen the dark side of human nature. Him using race in his comedy is his therapy. Trust me. I can tell. Chris Rock does not hate black people. He hates all of us. Hey, man. Nothing confusing about it. Dude, if I put a pie chart of the people that gave me grace, the people that didn't make fun of me, it wouldn't be just like, oh, just all black men or all white men. It would be a whole pie chart of Asian dudes, a white woman here, a black woman there. Man, you can cut out. Okay, let me take women, for example. Most women think they're decent people, right? American women. But like I said, you can weed out the crop. You can weed out, Coach Greg Adams had this thing. You can weed out 90% with those three things. Paternity tests. Ask a woman, what do you think about mandatory paternity tests? And you will see across the board, even the conservatives, they don't want it. It tells you all you need to know. Number 2, how do they treat the average man? 5'8", $30,000 a year. How does he treat that man? Does he look at him like he ain't shit? Number 3, women that are younger than them. How do they talk about women that are younger than them? Is it always, oh, he's a predator just because he likes younger women? weeds out all. If you want to weed out 90%, that's how it works. Yo, man. It's easy. It's really simple. It's really simple. Ask the average woman, what do you think about paternity tests? Mandatory paternity tests. The shuffling is insane. You'll be like, I would feel insulted. I'm like, it's not about you. It's about the kid and the father and the father's peace of mind. It's interesting. The only girls that are willing to that do that is because they went through it themselves when they found out the father, that their dad isn't their dad. You want to find out the truth in your family? Just be like randomly one day, you know what? I want to do a ancestry tree. I want to find out my DNA. Can you guys all spit in this thing for me? A lot of people didn't want to find out the truth about that. Let's see. Hopefully I can get one more. Let me get, I don't know, one more question from each. One more question from each. That would be beautiful. If not, because I've hit the 15-minute mark. Like I said, we need spaces like this where we can speak our mind for real, because this new red pill, purple pill, can't talk about this. You can't even talk about this with the conservatives, let alone the liberals. But I'll say it ain't nothing confusing about Chris Rock. Nothing confusing about him. He hates everybody. I know I've had, if I can compare my childhood to certain people, Chris Rock, Tommy Sotomayor, I relate heavily to their childhood, and I'm going to just leave it at that. What's going to happen? It's very simple. I don't even think I have to release a video. I already told you in 2030. Oh no, I didn't say anything. In 2030, there's gonna be no more good men left, because everybody's seeing this stuff. the manosphere is mainstream, and once they find out that the hope strategy is still not gonna work, Did you guys, if just watch the Book of Eli, watch the Book of Eli, and tell me what you see about the woman in in that movie. It's interesting. It's really interesting. What you watch the Book of Eli, it's crazy. I sent you a follow-up article about a female cop that speaks to your insights about. Oh, where? Which video did you send me the article? I didn't get a notification. I can do a video on that, about the female cop that speaks to your insights about you don't want to date. Yeah, but that I'll do another video about that. My Instagram is on my YouTube profile page. If you want to send the link via there. Exactly. The Book of Eli. Notice what the roles of the women are in that movie. Do you see feminism? Do you see? Now, it kind of ended like a feminist way, because the girl, what's her name, that plays Meg from Family Guy, Mila Kunis, she kind of walks away with the shades, and now she's the one with the gun. And discount the ending. Ignore the ending. Ignore that ending. What do you think? Like most of the women that were in there, they used them as bait to get other dudes. They had literally no other purpose besides that. Oh yeah, 2030. Because because the problem is, no, this is the reason why I say that, because men are starting to look at women now, and they're literally like, they're not marrying them anymore. They're not picking up the slack. They're not buying them shit. They don't even want to pay for dinner dates no more. Right? So now all the women have made it clear, I'm only looking for this guy, and everybody else can just kick rocks. And these are supposed to be your protectors. Now this is why the article is within the Riley video. Oh, okay. I'll look for it there. I just saw it. I'll do a video on that. God willing, tomorrow. I just wish I didn't have rehearsal tomorrow, and I would just be like right into it after. I mean, I give so much of my personal life. Anyway. Yeah, the ending was a mess. Watch the Book of Eli. I want you to pay attention to what the women were really used for the most part. That's where I think we're going to end up heading, because dudes are just not going to want to protect women anymore because they know how they feel about them now. Unfortunately, a lot of women have created the hell that they swore they already were in, and when they actually had the perfect situation. On 2030, I'll make a video on the 2030 doomsday thing. I'm gonna bring up the Book of Eli. Every time I bring that up, people get mad at me for doing. I'll like they'll give me like a concept, and I'll just be like, have you ever watched the Book of Eli? And they'd be like, Chris, I know where you're going with this. I always bring that shit up. I bring that up, like, you know, in the Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra, and the guy, the villain, the super villain, his name is Zahir. And anytime they ask the villain Zahir a question, he'll be like, have you ever heard of the words of the great Guru Lahima? That's how I bring up the Book of Eli, the movie. That's how I bring it up, just like that. That's evil as hell. Yeah, in 2030, people are going to realize there's no win in being the cleanup guy. There's no win. 2030 doomsday. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, Mila Kunis was in that. It had a feminine discount. Do not count the ending with her walking away with the gun. That's fantasy. They just added that in there. Don't even worry about that. Outside of that part, notice what the women were really used for in that movie. That's what's going to happen to us. And that's why I've been telling women now for like the past 2 years. I'm like, you better get a dude now so you can be secure. I don't believe in this whole, oh, you gotta love and all this stuff. I don't believe in that. I believe love is developed. Because this is how I know that most women don't know what they want. I saw it was on an Instagram video, and it said, the title was, how is it to be a wife in the United Arab Emirates, in the UAE? And the first thing it showed with the UAE wife with all the jewelry, all the bling bling, basically her stuff taken care of, and all the American woman in the comments is like, you see, this is I want to move to a country like that. And I'm just like, do you know, like in like Saudi Arabian places like you can get killed for being gay. Women aren't allowed to drive. Like, women are not allowed to do a whole lot of things. But all they see is the jewelry. All they see is they're just like, I want to be spoiled. spoil me. That they just see that my love language is gift giving. I want to be spoiled. Spoil me. That's them. I'm like they just discount everything. They see the jewelry. It's like setting it. Like the more I see them talk, the more I understand why women get kidnapped in these countries and they never get seen again. They just, you know. Yeah, the Sex in the City. No, that is called pure. That movie has done so much damage. And you know what? Another movie that's done so much damage. 50 Shades of Grey, whatever that is. I even see Christian women making reviews on it. We're done. They all want that whole 50 Shades of Grey stuff. And speaking of which, they're talking about, in the panel that I was in, talking about consent. And all this, oh, you have to ask this. You got to ask. When you're having sex, you're not doing all that. I'm like, and they know that. They know what the ninja that they was messing with. They wasn't telling him to. They wasn't waiting. He wasn't asking. These like the woman in the panel I was with, apparently they have sons. I was like, oh, well, they're I'll see you guys in jail. The fuck? I was like, well, I see you guys in jail. Hopefully you guys will show me mercy. see you guys in prison. They ain't going nowhere else. The fuck? They have sons. Yeah, they zero self-reflection until it's too late. Until a woman is finessing their son. Zero self-reflection is like, it's incredible. It's godlike incredible. It's about the soundtrack. No, these hoes think they're like, oh, and another person, Drake. One of the worst things that has ever happened to this music landscape in the entertainment. But people don't understand what this musician Drake, this guy, his lyrics has permeated through the minds to where strippers think that they deserve relationships. They think that they deserve that. Like they come, like like prostitutes will come with demands. I need to be treated like this. Oh yeah, and I still want to go to the clubs and get fucked by other guys. That's because of Drake. And if you look, because I'm a type of dude, I'm a weirdo. I like listening to the lyrics and listening to what the lyrics actually say. And Drake's lyrics, especially earlier on, his earlier music, simp shit. Listen to the Take Care album. Simp shit. Thank Me Later. Simp shit. Nothing was the same. Simp shit. So Far Gone. Simp shit. Comeback Season. I'm listening his mixtape now. Comeback Season. Room for Improvement. Simp shit. So Far Gone EP. Simp stuff. Now his music has seemed to change now that he's been collaborating with Future more, which I like, but the music, his music has been detrimental. Like it's like every whore I know, Drake is like their top artist. Drake is one of the king simps, especially for Rihanna. I'm not saying Rihanna's not a beautiful woman, but I don't see the hype. I don't see the hype. You can call me a hater. You can disagree with me on that. That's fine. But let me go back to that panel real quick of the ladies. These ladies are crazy. They're talking about what if the guy's bigger and oh, you gotta ask. But I'm like, you guys are usually attracted to those bigger guys anyways. What the hell are you talking about? These people. I'm sitting there. Drake was a musketeer. Yeah. People forget. Like, I don't understand why people take Drake's stuff serious. He's an actor first. And when I bring it up, people think I'm a hater. But I'm like, he's an actor first. He's an actor first. One of his best roles yet has been playing a rapper for the best part of 15 years, tricking the public. He's an actor first. He's an actor. It's people fall for and I don't want to bring up the other stuff. I was going to bring up some other stuff about him. I don't want my YouTube stream to get it took. Oh my God. Oh my God. My God. No, 50 Shades is not about. The ladies could bring that shit up with me with that. They can miss me with that. What the 50 Shades is about the soundtrack. No, they all think they want a rich billionaire that's doing BDSM and all this that falls in love with them and only them. Man, that plays into the perfect female fantasy. Man, they can miss me with that. Mixed with what though? He's black and the J word. We can't say that on YouTube, or I'll get my stream taken down. He's black and what? Not white? Well, technically yes, white, but what specifically? I can't say it on here. It rhymes with foolish. That's what has elevated him throughout his career. It's that foolish connection, if you know what I'm saying. Small hat connection. This is that deep shit that I'm talking about. This is that deep stuff I'm talking about. Yep. It's not because he's just black. It's because he's black and fill in the blank. That's it. That's it right there. But yeah, the ladies in the panel. I'm gonna do another panel like this, and I'm gonna ask if I can record them, because any black man that you see in the future, you need to do a background investigation on what kind of mom. I mean, like if he had his parents in his life, because a lot of these dudes are raised as simps, and once they find out what he really is, a lot of them are going to kill themselves. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I saw that too. Apparently she's a bisexual now. I saw that speech. And then just the other day, I saw a post talking about Kiki never sold her soul. And then she comes up with a speech like that. And you know what's crazy about the ladies in the panel I was debating? You know what's crazy about that? They kept talking about denounce R. Kelly as a predator. You can't even say it. I'm like, look, most of the people you celebrate, Jada Pinkett, these people, Beyonce, Beyonce was on the Epstein list. The leaked Epstein. O'Shea did a video on that. O'Shea Duke Jackson, I have mixed feelings on him. I will always have respect for him because he was one of the original Manosphere creators. I did I was watching in my RP journey. So I will always have a respect for him. And what's crazy is I remember Kevin Samuels back in the day. I'm talking about like in 2018, 2019. I remember seeing him with his fragrant stuff, his male coaching calls and whatnot. I remember that. I remember his Aisha Curry video. Yeah. I remember that. They don't even realize a lot of the celebrities that they lift up in the air. A lot of them were on that list, on Jeffrey's list. We all saw the list. I, I I saw Marshall Mathers, aka Eminem, on that list. I think I saw Jay-Z and Beyonce on that list. I saw a lot. These are the the power couple that people like to lift up in the air. A lot of the people, like a lot of the celebrities in Hollywood, you don't want to know what they do behind closed doors. When I see them putting certain people on blast, that's when I know they're not that guilty. Because after all the shit they was talking about R. Kelly, I expected him to be on that list. He wasn't on that list. He wasn't on that list. So clearly it's not what they made it out to be. If they're putting somebody on blast like that, Harvey Weinstein wasn't on the list. Was Zest involved with Kevin? Yeah, I think he was gay. I think so. I think he's gay. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And what was interesting about that is, this is why I also made a video. I said most women do not respect gay men. Because look, anytime you say the truth, they always call you incel, you hurt or insecure, and they call you gay. They're using gay as an insult. So basically, they look at you as the same way as they look at an incel, an alleged incel. And we all know women don't have any respect for virgin men. That's how they look at gay men. Less than a man. So everyone went to that cis land right now. Beyonce trying not to, not trying not to pay her taxes. I saw that today. From taxes from 2017 or something like that. This stuff is funny to me though. Yeah, women don't respect gay men. That's what they showed me with Kevin. Oh. That's how you look at gay men? I'm like, I made a video. I was like, hey, if you gay, you might as well hang out with the straight brothers. You might as well hang out with us. Because at the end of the day, you're still a man. And we know I don't care how zesty that man is. It's a man. And most men with some type of common sense understand there's certain men you can poke, certain men you can't. And a lot of those drag queens, those dudes be like 6'4" minimum. Maybe it's the heels, but those dudes be big as fuck. Pause. They always be minimum 6'2". They not some small dudes. This is where the conservatives get it wrong. They be like, I'm finna run up on the drag. I'm like, have you seen these men that dress up as women? They're huge. Big dudes. They're never five nothing. They're always 6 feet something. Muscles. With a wig and heels. You can't make this stuff up. I'll say that I did take that quote from Kevin saying you can't. I like it when he said that. That I did like it when he said that you can't make this stuff up. You just can't. And I think Kevin Samuels got that quote from the series I've been watching, The Grimm. I think he got that from The Grimm. In The Grimm, the series, this guy was talking about how his uncle used to go to the beach and scan for metal. And he thought he found something special one day. He's been doing that for 2 years. And then he finds something, and it was a $5,000 watch that he lost. And he goes, and when he said that, it's like me and him said simultaneously, you can't make this stuff up. I was like, oh. I was like, what? What kind of story is that? I think Kevin Samuels got that from that, because that episode came out in like 2013, 2014. We're all going down. Oh, The Grimm. It's The Grimm. It's a show. It's a popular show on Amazon. It's an old show, and they're showing all the old shows on Amazon Prime now, and Amazon Prime Videos, and it's an interesting show. It's a lot of fantasy, werewolves, stuff like that, mythical creatures if they existed, stuff like that. He said his uncle lost them. He found the watch on the beach. It was a $5,000 watch that he has been missing this whole time. That's funny. That is one of the funniest fake stories I ever heard on a TV show. I was laughing. I was like, and right after that, he said, "You can't make this stuff up if you tried." I think Kevin Samuels got that from that show, because it was the timing was too perfect. The timing was way too perfect. Speaking of which, a lot of the stuff, the reason why I don't go out my way to talk to women or like save women and stuff like that is because it's everybody they make their own bed, and every time I say something, I sound like a weirdo, I sound like a hater, so I just let them go. In 2016, 2017, I saw the hip hop cipher on XXL, and I said hip hop is dead. I got shit for saying that from so many people. 2 years later, J. Cole has an interview. He says the exact same thing. Now, obviously, I didn't put it on YouTube. I just said that to my friends. I said hip hop is dead. This is a farce that I just saw. It was the XXL's cipher with Lil Uzi, Kodak Black, 21 Savage. The one with 21 Savage, like, I ran to the store because I ran out of soda. That one. I saw that and I was like, hip hop is dead. J. Cole ends up saying the same thing. Hip hop is dead, and it's because I saw the cipher. He said the exact same thing, and I was like, and he gets, oh my God, he was so. And when I said it, they just, I'm like, man. And now we're in 2023, where African music is more popular than hip hop music. Hip hop is dead, bro. Yeah, watch The Grimm. It's an interesting series. And each episode is like an hour long, and there's like 5 seasons. Each season 15 to 20 episodes long. I've breezed through it for the past like 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, watch this. Speaking of series, damn, I'm already at 45 minutes. I gotta chill. So I'm gonna do, once I get brave enough, I'm gonna do a real review on the 13 Reasons Why, which that 13 Reasons Why Netflix series is one of the worst shows I have ever watched. And I'm going to give you a red pill lens on that. Because to me, I don't look at Claire as a victim. The main character in that show, Hannah Baker, I guess her name. Yeah, Hannah Baker. I do not look at her as a victim. And a lot of people, I'm afraid. I can't say that shit out loud, but I don't. I look at her actually as, to me, she's kind of the villain. And it was interesting when I said that in the first season. I kind of said in the YouTube comments. Of course, there was a disagreement. And then in the second or third series, when they brought her trial to court, they found out that she was bullying people in her old school before. Can't make this stuff up. Can't make this stuff up. So, yeah, man. Yeah, 13 Reasons, don't watch it. They were trying to make it like this is going to be groundbreaking and we're going to talk about suicide and all. Dude, when we used to do that Truth About Hate assembly, people used to be laughing. I'm talking about the high school I went to. Let me tell you something. People, when we talk about savagery, this is what, the Chris Rock dilemma. Would you go to a school full of savage white kids or some savage black kids? Okay, let me tell you something, man. Kids from the suburbs are some of the most ruthless motherfuckers you are going to meet in your life. I'm talking about the ones, especially if these motherfuckers, they do not care. They say whatever the hell they want, whether it's racist, whether it's not, whether it's mean. Ain't gonna be no females coming to your defense either. I'll tell you that too. ain't no black or white women. They're just gonna go with whoever's in power, whoever's the most popular. Same with college, and then we'll cry victim if something doesn't go their way. And what's crazy is the woman that actually gave me grace. It was interesting. It was the woman that that everybody said was so mean. And it was one of the more popular kids at that school. Can't make, man. And I know why they think she's mean. I'm like, oh, I can tell. All of her enemies are people at her level. No, I never watched Euphoria. It dawned on me. I'm like, oh, all of her enemies, all the people she's beefing with, it's all people up here. It's all people at her level. So she's always going to be the bad guy. Pretty chick too. Now she didn't like me like that, but she was always cool. Interesting though. Very, very interesting. I remember another girl that was feeling me at that time. I messed it up though. That was on me. But it's interesting. It's very interesting how that works. Most of the other girls, the so-called normal girls, they didn't want to touch me with a 10-foot pole. And every time we talk, oh, I thought you were this. I thought you were that. Really? Interesting how that works. But anyway, we got to cut this off. I went over. What's crazy is I'm not even tired. But my right jaw hurts like a motherfucker. I don't know what's going on with that. Hey, I like spaces like this. This is why I like the manosphere, because it's supposed to be something where we could talk about the real and not hold back and not be afraid because we not finna I always say this. I wish men could be able to sow their oats to realize getting laid, especially in this day and age, is not that life changing as people make it to be. Like there's a lot of guys that are just like it's like these dudes, they're addicted to I need a virgin wife. Like they just it's I wish they had the experience so they realize it's really not as big of a deal as they're making it. You know, this is why I like spaces like because it's my therapy. It's therapy for me, really. To talk to you guys, it's therapy. And I know what I'm saying isn't perfect, but I can promise you this. I'm not lying. I'm giving you I'm giving you what I really feel and what I observe. I will tell you if I'm biased on something, and then I'll just this is my objective view lens on that. And most normies cannot accept that. They think I'm in love with R. Kelly. They think I'm in love with Deshaun Watson. Even though what's crazy, I knew Deshaun Watson was going to end up getting in trouble in the future because I saw that video, that picture of him with Mia Khalifa. I'm like, oh, you don't know better. So this is why I like spaces like this, because we can speak freely, for real. Jake, thank you for joining, man. Shout out to you, man. Lorette, thank you. We'll talk more about your dating prospects because this is interesting to me. Because I'm pretty sure there's a guy in your friend zone that you got to give him a shot. You got to give him a shot. I don't care if he works at Walgreens as a cashier. Make it work. He'll make it work, and he'll make it work better for you. Sayonara.